Hello everyone, welcome to the session. So XAT 2022 QA questions and explanations part 2. We have done already the first part. Actually QA part of this paper had 16 questions. So the first part we discussed 8 questions, and in the second part we'll discuss the remaining 8 questions. So if you have not watched the first part, I'll pin the video in the I section, you can check it out. I'll also share the link of the first part in the description of the video. That 2022 decision making portion also I have taken up in 2 parts, so you can watch it out. And why solve these questions? Because you will understand what is the expectation of the exam, and what level of questions, what kind of questions are being asked in the exam, and you can prepare mentally accordingly. Okay, I hope all of you would be giving mocks to finalize your strategy, and a lot of you would have already solved these papers also. But if not, or if you want to check out any alternative modes of solution, or if you haven't solved, you are watching this for the first time, I hope this video will definitely help you. So let us begin. Just before we start, just a brief introduction of my profile. I am Sarthak, and I make videos on this channel. This is my channel Aptitude Club, and I'm very passionate about quants and LRDI portion. So in this channel I'll be taking up concept videos, practice videos, strategy videos related to these two portions for various exams, especially for management entrance exams. So CAT to over ho gaya, because this is XAT time, so I'm making videos on the XAT exam. So let us begin. If you're new to the channel, and after you have watched the video, if you like the video, I'll sincerely request all of you to subscribe to the channel. So let us begin. So this was the analysis. So if I look at the QA and DI section, so we had total 28 questions, and out of these 28 questions, 16 questions were from the quants part, and 12 questions were from the DI part. So ये 12 DI part का मैं अलग से video करूँगा, but this 16 quants questions I'll be covering in 2 parts. So this is the part 2. If you look at the breakup of the questions, 16 questions कुछ ऐसे आए थे. Okay, modern maths we had 1 question, geometry mensuration around 2 questions, algebra से 4 question, arithmetic only 2 questions, and numbers surprisingly 7 questions. It's not like this is any fixed pattern, and this year also you'll have something similar. ऊपर नीचे होता रहता है. So that means you cannot guarantee you will get more number of questions. Personally, I've seen algebra, geometry mensuration, height and distance. These are some important topics. Arithmetic, numbers and modern maths तो रहेगा questions, but algebra, geometry, mensuration, height and distance, a little bit of trigonometry, you can see the questions across all years from these topics. Okay. All right, this is a data sufficiency question. Nadim's age is a 2-digit number x. So x is basically a 2-digit number, जो कि Nadim's का age है, which yields a 3-digit number जब स्क्वायर करते हैं उसको. Squaring which yields a 3-digit number whose last digit is y. So let us say x is a 2-digit number ab, and ab square is a 3-digit number whose last digit is y. This is given. Now consider the statements below. Typical design of data sufficiency questions. First statement is saying y is a prime number. So if I only use the first statement and I'll say y is a prime number, y is also a digit. So 2, 3, 5 and 7. These are the possibilities. Now also y is the last digit of a square number, because y is the unit digit of a square number. So this implies y, it cannot be 2, it cannot be 3, it cannot be 7 also. So this implies y is equal to 5. ये तो fix है. This is the only option. If I have squared and then I got a 3-digit number whose last digit is y, and y is a prime number, तो prime number में ये एक ही possibility है, because y is also a digit. Prime digits मेरे पास 4 है, 2, 3, 5 and 7. No square will ever end with 2 or 3 or 7. So 5. So I got the value of y. Question क्या पूछ रहा है? Can I calculate Nadim's age uniquely? Now based on this, can I say what is the age of Nadim? Y is 5. Okay. So which squares will end with 5? I can have 15 square, which is like 225. I can have 25 square, which is like 625. If I am taking 35 square, it is 1225. तो ये तो नहीं हो सकता, ये 4-digit number हो गया. So I have two possibilities. For Nadim's age, it could be 15 or 25. Now I cannot say uniquely it can be 15, it can be 25. So is statement 1 enough? No. So only 1 is sufficient but 2 is not. Option C to reject हो गया. Now let us evaluate statement 2. But when you evaluate statement 2, you will have to evaluate it independently. जैसे कि 1 कभी था ही नहीं. After that we'll come to the combinations of the statements. So when I'm evaluating statement 2, what is statement 2 saying? Y is 1/3 of x. Again to recap, Nadim का age is AB, 2-digit number. उसको जब square कर रहे हैं, I'm getting a 3-digit number whose unit digit is y, and y is basically 1/3 of x. What is x? X is Nadim's age, 1/3 of AB. X is equal to AB, so y is like 1/3 of x. If y is 1/3 of x, मतलब ये AB का 1/3 and y is a digit. So y I cannot take it as 1, 2 or 3. Okay, y cannot be 1, 2 or 3 because 3 times y will give Nadim's age. तो Nadim's age तो 2-digit number है, तो 3 times 3 9 आ रहा है, तो y 4 से start हो सकता है. y can be 4 and Nadim's age can be 12. But इसको जब तुम square कर रहे हो, 12 square is 144. This is possible. I can take y as 5 and Nadim's age is 15 and 225. This is also possible. y 4 है, यहाँ पे 4 है, 5 यहाँ पे 5 है. If I take y as 6, x is like 18, 18 square is like 324. Now this is not possible क्योंकि ये 6 है, ये 4 है. y 7 लेते हैं तो x is like 21 whose square is like 441. This is also not possible. y 8 लेंगे भी, 24 whose square is like 576, not possible. And y 9 लेंगे तो x is like 27 whose square is 729, not possible. Sorry, ये possible है. So I'm getting 3 possibilities here. Now if I say what is the age of Nadim, it could be this, it could be this, or it could be this. I have 3 cases now. Can I determine Nadim's age uniquely? Again, no. So statement 2 alone is not sufficient, to D भी reject हो गया. So ideally what is the next step? You combine both the statements. Now if I take both the statements together, first statement भी लेंगे इसका data and the second statement data. Now using both 1 and 2, I'll get one common case, that is this thing. So you'll get Nadim's age x is equal to AB is basically 15 and 15 ka square is 225. So y is 5, which is a prime number. So both the statements together are actually sufficient. So either 1, 2 sufficient वो भी नहीं ले सकते. It is necessary and sufficient to take 1 and 2 together. So option E. Option A भी reject हो जाएगा, that दोनों को लेने के बाद भी it's sufficient नहीं हो रहा है. It's not like that. If I'm taking both together, I'm able to uniquely find what Nadim's age. So data sufficiency question. Quite simple, quite easy also. Nothing difficult. Okay. Hope this makes sense. Very easy question and should have been done. Numbers से आता है ये question. ये भी numbers का question है. Let us see this one. Wilma, Xavier, Yaska and Zakir are 4 young friends who have a passion for integers. Now one day each of them selects one integer and writes it on a wall. The writing on the wall shows that Xavier and Zakir picked positive integers. So Xavier and Zakir have picked positive integers. Yaska picked a negative one. Yaska has picked a negative one. While Wilma's integer is either negative, वो नेगेटिव भी हो सकता है, जीरो भी हो सकता है, पॉजिटिव भी हो सकता है. Now if the integers are denoted by the first letters of their respective names, that means W, X, Y and Z. Okay, and these are the information given. First information, it is saying W to the power 4 plus X cube plus Y square plus Z is less than equal to 4. Everything is an integer. X cube plus Z is greater than equal to 2. X cube plus Z is greater than equal to 2. So by default W to the power 4 plus Y square is less than equal to 2. मतलब ये दोनों अगर greater than equal to 2 है तो बाकी के दोनों का सम इट हैज टू बी लेस देन इक्वल टू 2। तो ये थर्ड इन्फॉर्मेशन इवन इफ इट वाज नॉट गिवन इट वाज एविडेंट, आ सकता था। तो लेट अस स्टार्ट फ्रॉम हियर। w to the power 4 plus y square is less than equal to 2. Now I can say w to the power 4 and y square, they cannot be negative, क्योंकि ये इवन पावर्स है। तुम नेगेटिव नंबर लो या पॉजिटिव नंबर लो, इनका जब तुम स्क्वायर करोगे या टू द पावर 4 करोगे, यू विल नेवर गेट अ नेगेटिव नंबर, इट इज डेफिनेटली पॉजिटिव, वर्स्ट केस जीरो हो सकता है। So what can be my possibilities here? I can take w as 0 and y is a negative integer, so I can take y as -1, that is possible. Or I can take w as -1 and y as -1, this is also possible. Or I can take w as 1 and y as -1, but y has to be negative, so y -1 होगा ही होगा। So from these three statements alone, although I couldn't uniquely say what w is, but y is definitely -1. Once you know this y, you put it here. Y square plus z is greater than equal to 3. So I have y square plus z is greater than equal to 3 and y I have as -1. So I'll put it here, 1 plus z is greater than equal to 3. That means z is greater than equal to 2. I got this result. Then you come to here, x cube plus z. I have x cube plus z is greater than equal to 2. Now because z is greater than equal to 2, if you put it here, so x cube should be less than equal to 0. Now x cube can't be negative, so at best x can be 0. तो ये क्वेश्चन में थोड़ा गड़बड़ है, ये पॉजिटिव की जगह क्वेश्चन शुड हैव गिवन यू दैट दिस इज नॉन नेगेटिव इंटीजर्स, x and z should be non negative, because if x 0 आ रहा है, 0 is not a positive integer and that is the only case possible. तो मे बी ये क्वेश्चन तो ऑनलाइन से ही हम लिए हैं, वी डोंट नो व्हाट द एक्चुअल पेपर वाज लाइक दैट, ऑफिशियली तो कुछ रिलीज किया नहीं है। तो दिस कैन बी नॉन नेगेटिव, पॉजिटिव एग्जैक्टली नहीं होगा, x इज इक्वल टू 0 आ रहा है। ओके, so I got the value of x. If x is equal to 0, z greater than equal to 2 है, so I got the value of y, I got the value of x, and then y square plus z is greater than equal to 3. If the integers are denoted by the first letters, now look at this, I'll put this equation now, w to the power 4 plus x cube plus y square plus z is less than equal to 4. x का वैल्यू तो 0 है, तो x क्यूब इज 0, y स्क्वायर का वैल्यू इज -1, so I get w to the power 4 plus z is less than equal to 3. Now w, the value is either 0 or -1 or 1. Okay, now z यहाँ पे greater than equal to 2 है, so if I take w as 0, so I get z is less than equal to 3, so z can be 2 or 3. And if I take w as 1 or -1, कोई भी दो केसेस यहाँ पे, that means z ये 1 हो गया, तो z is less than equal to 2, that means z का एक ही वैल्यू पॉसिबल है 2, because z greater than equal to 2, यहाँ पे मिल रहा है less than equal to 2, both of them will be satisfied when z is equal to 2. So these are basically my values. Now if I put them in the equation, what is the question asking? Find the value of this. So w square, x square, I got the value of x as 0, तो x square तो 0 है, y square 1 है, z square, the value could be z का यहाँ पे 2 square, 4 or 3 square 9, it can be 4 or 9, and w square, it can be 0 or 1. So if you add this, I can get 0 plus 0 plus 1 plus 4, I can have 5 as a possible answer, or I can have 1 plus 0 plus 1 plus 4, I can have 6 as a possible answer, or I can have 0 plus 0 plus 1 plus 9, I can have 10 as a possible answer, or I'll have 0 plus 1 plus 0 plus 1 plus 9. I'll have 11 as a possible answer. तो ऑप्शंस में अगर देखोगे एक ही पॉसिबल आंसर है 6. दीज आर योर 4 पॉसिबिलिटीज. ये समझ रहे हो पॉसिबिलिटीज कैसे आए? W एक बार 0 लोगे एंड Z को 4 लोगे, Z स्क्वायर को 4 लोगे. W स्क्वायर एक बार 1 लेंगे, Z स्क्वायर को 4 लेंगे. सिमिलरली W स्क्वायर 0, Z स्क्वायर 9, W स्क्वायर 1, Z स्क्वायर 9. तो 4 केसेस. So I got 4. These are my 4 possible results. But only 6 is given in the mention like option. So we'll go with 6. Make sense? Again, nothing difficult about the question. आराम से ठंडे दिमाग में बैठ के just read the information carefully and you'll see it's very easy to solve. Nothing difficult about it. Alright, let us come to the next one. Madhura Fruits Company is packing 4 types of fruits into boxes. There are 126 oranges, 162 apples, 198 guavas and 306 pears. So 4 types of fruits are there. The fruits must be packed in such a way that a given box must have only one type of fruit. Okay, and must contain the same number of fruits as any other box. So what is the minimum number of boxes? So if I am supposed to calculate the minimum boxes, that means I'll have to do this maximum fruits per box देना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि तुम एक बॉक्स में जितना ज्यादा फ्रूट दे सकते हो, your number of boxes will be minimized accordingly. So if I'll have to maximize the number of fruits per box and each type of one type of fruit in a box and they must contain the same number, so basically it is talking about finding the HCF of 126, 162, 198 and 306. Such a simple question, just simple HCF. So this is like 18 into 7, this is 18 into 9, 18 into 11 and this is 18 into 17 maybe. So I got that. Okay, HCF is definitely 18. Hence the number of boxes is 7 plus 9 plus 11 plus 17. If in each box you are putting 18, that is the maximum number of fruits per box. So 126 oranges के लिए कितने boxes चाहिए? 126 by 18. Similarly 162 apples के लिए 162 by 18. So what will happen is every box will have 18 fruits and just number of box. And 18 के ऊपर तुम जा नहीं सकते. Number of fruits in a box cannot be more than 18. 198 by 18 and 306 by 18. Then just simply add 7 plus 9 16 plus 11 27 plus 17 44. Simple HCF question. Now you cannot get a question easier than this in the exam. Simple HCF. Just you have to develop that sense that by reading the question you should know that okay, this is an HCF question. That sense has to be developed. Okay, so that is why knowing how to calculate HCF or how to calculate LCM is not always enough. You'll have to understand यहाँ पे क्यों HCF लाए. Now what I can think of is I'm breaking the like pile of fruits into boxes. So breaking something is like breaking a number into its factors. Now you will have the same number of fruits in any box. So same factor मतलब common factor. And because you want to minimize the number of boxes, so maximum fruits per box, so maximum मतलब highest factor. So that is the highest common factor निकालना. Okay, quite simple and easy question this one is. Hope all of you are able to understand this. If you have watched the video so far, do like and subscribe to the Aptitude Club channel, and let's move to the next one. Again numbers का decimal, simple concept of decimal, वहां से आया है question. Shireen draws a circle in her courtyard. She then measures the circle's circumference and its diameter with her measuring tape and records them as two integers a and b. So a is basically the circumference and b is the diameter. Okay, so like apart from the question, circumference of a circle is 2 pi r or basically pi d and d is the diameter. So circumference by diameter का value कितना आता है? Pi. Pi is an irrational number. We approximately write it as 3.141, but there are other values after that. It's a non-terminating, non-repeating decimal. Non-terminating, non-repeating. And this is precisely how you calculate the value of pi. मतलब pi का तो end नहीं है, but you would have seen someone calculated pi's value till 4,000 places or 5,000 places or 30,000 places. अभी तो algorithm and computer programs have been developed. But anyways, so she also finds the ratio of A is to B. So what she did is वो A by B का ratio निकाले, and A by B she also finds the ratio to be something like this: 3.1416, 1416, 1416, and so on. Forget what I told here. Like this is actual mathematical principle pi का value, but she is getting something like this. Maybe थोड़ा measurement error हुआ होगा क्या, but she is getting a non-terminating and repeating. So I can convert this in A by B form. कैसे convert करोगे? Simple principle. When you are getting any non-terminating repeating decimal, let me write it here. जैसे 3.1416, 1416, 1416. So first the denominator. Denominator में you will have nines and zeros. Now number of nines will depend on the number of digits that are repeated. Number of digits that are repeated. जितने digits repeat हो रहे होंगे उतने nines. So here 4 digits are repeated, so I'll have 4 nines. And you will get zeros if the repetition does not start immediately. तो यहाँ पे repetition कुछ digits के बाद start हो रहा है. So no zeros in the denominator. Now for the numerator, you take 1 unit with repetition minus the non-repeating part. 1413 by 9999. So this is A by B. Okay. But question में यहाँ पे बोल रहा है that A and B are co-prime. तो यहाँ पे A and B actually co-prime नहीं है, तो मैं इसको और थोड़ा simplify कर सकता हूँ. 31413 by 9999. तो ये 3 में अगर divide करता हूँ 3333, and if you divide this by 3, 31, then 0, 4, 7, 1. इसके बाद you cannot cancel, so I can say here, okay, A is equal to 10471 and B is 3333, and A and B are co-prime. So I can write it here 10471. Simple sir, मतलब how to convert a decimal into fraction, वो concept. If you know this concept, आराम से तुम ये solve कर सकते हो. I'm not elaborating much on this concept. So question is asking A minus B. So 10471 minus 3333. So the answer should be something ending with 8. So 7138. This is the answer. So although numbers is 7 questions आए थे, you evaluate yourself. Are these any complicated in any way? These are very simple questions, and we should solve these questions in the exam. Simple concept of how to convert a decimal into fraction. Now we cannot ask for anything better in the exam. इससे better question क्या ही हो सकता है? Making sense? So don't skip any chapter or any section just because 1-2 questions you found it to be difficult. Even if it belongs to the chapter you are most you are very afraid of that chapter, still you can find a very easy question from there. So always have an open mind when you are giving the exam. Alright, let us see this. Again, very easy question. There is a sequence S1, जिसका पहला number है X, then A1, then A2, then Y. Then there is another sequence S2, it is X, B1, B2 and Z. Both these sequences are in arithmetic progression. Okay, both of them are in arithmetic progression, and it is given that Y is greater than X and X is greater than Z. So what I can conclude here is that sequence S1 is increasing, क्योंकि X से जब Y जा रहा है Y is greater, तो gradually increase हो रहा है. But sequence 2 is decreasing because X is greater than Z. So while I'm going ahead in the sequence, my terms are gradually decreasing in value. So from this I can conclude if Y is greater than X, then A2 is greater than A1, and if X is greater than Z, then B1 is greater than B2. So we have to find the value of a1 minus a2 divided by b1 minus b2. Now because a2 is greater than a1, so a1 minus a2 is negative, while b1 is greater than b2, so b1 minus b2 is positive. Overall ratio has to be negative and only one option is in negative. Super easy question. Okay, super easy question. कुछ यहाँ पे ना common difference or the number of terms, nothing, no complicated concept of arithmetic progression also you have to calculate, nothing, no formula, just basic sense. One is an increasing AP, the other is a decreasing AP. बस उतना ही. Okay, so very easy questions. Last year questions were quite easy. All right, let us come to this. Find the domain of a function. Domain is the values of x for which f of x is defined. So I have f of x, it is log of 3x minus 7 divided by square root of 2x square minus 7x plus 6. The first thing that I can look at here is the denominator should not be 0 and the thing inside the square root should be positive. Now just factorize this. This is 12. So 2x square minus 4x minus 3x plus 6 greater than 0. So I can take 2x common, x minus 2 minus 3x minus 2. So I get 2x minus 3 whole into x minus 2 is greater than 0. So this is an inequality. You plot the numbers. एक number आ रहा है 3/2 and the other number is 2. And how do you solve an inequality? Check for x equal to 0. X equal to 0, does it satisfy the inequality? Yes. तो ये satisfy करेगा, ये नहीं करेगा and ये करेगा. But not all these values. So from this you get that okay, x should be either less than 3/2 or greater than 2. But then I'll have to again look at the numerator. Numerator mein there is log. I have log of 3x minus 7. Now for this to be defined, my domain 3x minus 7 should be greater than 0. That means x must be greater than 7/3. So now if you plot the number line, I had 2, then I had 3/2. So these ये तो satisfy anyways कर नहीं रहा था, but if I combine this, here I will have 7/3. Anything greater than this will satisfy both. ये मेरा result 2 and this is my result 1. So combining 1 and 2, I get this range that x should be from 7/3 to infinity. Okay. So एक inequality and बस log का domain. Because if you take these values will satisfy the inequality. ये value, but this value will not be valid. They will not be like making this log function valid. इस वैल्यू में डिनोमिनेटर पार्ट वैलिड है बट ऊपर वाला पार्ट वैलिड नहीं होगा. मुझे तो ओवरऑल फंक्शन आई वांट इट टू बी वैलिड. So for log to be valid, the domain of the log should be greater than 0. So that is why this answer. So option C. Again quite easy, very easy question. Most of the questions are like doable here. Most of the questions. Now, a tall tower has its base at point K. Height and distance देखो आगे. So this is point K. There are 3 points A, B and C. ये A, and there is another point B, and there is another point C, and are located at distances of 4 meters, 8 meters and 16 meters respectively from K. We just join this. Okay, forget the diagram, थोड़ा difficult हो रहा है hand में straight lines draw करना, but I hope you will understand. So let me name this point as P. Now all these angles are individually 90 degrees. समझ पा रहे हो? All these are individually 90 degrees. The angles of elevation of the top of the tower from A and C are complementary. So if this is alpha, so this is like 90 degree minus alpha, and if this is alpha, I can say this angle is like 90 degrees minus alpha, and if this is 90 degrees minus alpha, this angle is alpha. So now using angle similarity, right angle triangle hai, to most of the times you can just use similarity. Using angle similarity, triangle KPA is similar to, so 90 degree 90 minus alpha is similar to KCP. अब ये distances जो दिया है वो लिख लेते हैं. Distance of ABC, A is 4 meters, B is 8 meters, and C is 16 meters. And let us say PK is H. So you can write this, that okay, KP by KC is equal to KA by KP. KP by KC is KA by KP. Now KP is like H by KC is 16 and KA is 4 by KP is H. So you get H square is like 64, which gives us H as 8 meters. Now if H is 8 meters, look at triangle PKB. So in triangle PK and B, simple application. Let us say this angle is beta. How much is tan beta? Tan beta is KP by KB, perpendicular by base, or H by 8. H we got it as 8, so tan beta is 1, which gives us beta as 45 degrees. So beautifully they have like combined trigonometry and geometry. Quite simple question, beautiful question. ठीक है, अगर ये सिमिलैरिटी होगा तुम फिगर आउट कर भी नहीं पाए, इट्स नॉट अ बिग डील. देयर वर मेनी अदर इजी क्वेश्चंस दैट यू कुड हैव डन. Okay, right now 15th question पे है, and I can assure you 10 to 12 questions were very easily doable. Even if you are not going to DI, 12 questions to easily doable out of 16 questions. Hope this is clear and you are able to understand. Let's take a look at this one. I have 5 10 rupee notes. So denomination, let me write it here. So 10 rupee notes I have 5, 20 rupee notes I have 3, and 50 rupee notes I have 2. If 3 notes were taken out randomly, so total notes is how much? Total notes is like 10. So total number of ways of selecting 3 notes, total number of ways is, out of 10 notes you pick any 3 notes in random. So 10 factorial by 3 factorial into 7 factorial. So I'll get 8 into 9 into 10 by 3 factorial is 6. So I can select any 3 notes in random in 120 ways. But out of those 120 ways, what is the probability that at least 90 rupees were taken out? So for favorable outcomes, probability निकालना है तो favorable के लिए at least 90 rupees, okay, at least 90 rupees. So 90 rupees, in how many ways can I pick 90 rupees? If I want to pick 90 rupees, in how many ways can I pick 90 rupees? सोचो, you will pick 3 rupees, 3 notes, and उसमें तुम्हारा 90 rupees होना चाहिए. तो एक तो 50 and then 2 20 rupees notes. Okay, so 90 can be picked in one way. Next I can go for 100. 100, in how many ways can I pick 100 rupees? So 50 into 2. Then can I pick 110 rupees? So 250, no, sorry, 50 into 2, 3 notes I have to pick, no? Just a second. If I'll have to pick 3 notes, so can I make 100 rupees using 3 notes? I don't think so. 100 rupees is not possible क्योंकि ये 50 into 2 आ रहा है एंड इफ आई यूज 20 rupees नहीं होगा 4 notes चाहिए provided this denomination you need 4 notes तो 100 नहीं होगा 110 is possible that 50 into 2 plus 10 into 1 this can be done in one way. Then 120 is possible 50 into 2 and 20 into 1 and then 130 is it possible 130 टोटल तो 50 रुपी दो नोट है तो 50 into 2 and then 30 के लिए you have to have 10 into 1 and 20 into 1 तो 4 notes हो गए यहाँ पे so not possible. Similarly 140 is not possible 150 is not possible and आगे नहीं जा सकते मैं because you will only pick 3 notes. So how many ways? Is this making sense? Because why cannot I take the other notes? You can only take 3 notes out of this and तुम्हारे पास denomination ऐसा ही है 5 10 rupee notes and 3 20 rupee notes and this. Basically अब इसको कैसे हम solve करेंगे? Now that this 50 out of 2 notes I'll pick 1 note so 2C1 and out of 3 20 rupee notes I'll pick 2 so 3C2. 2C1 into 3C2 is basically 2 into 3. I can do it in 6 ways. Now again 250 rupee notes है and दोनों के दोनों pick करोगे तो 2C2 but out of 5 notes I'll pick any one जो 10 rupee notes में तो 2C2 is 1 10C1 is 10 तो ये आ जाता है 10 सॉरी ये 10C1 के लिख रहा हूँ 5C1 because I have 5 notes. I have 10 rupee notes का कितने notes है तुम्हारे पास 10 rupee denomination के 5 notes you pick any one so 5C1 so 1 into 5 I'll have 5 and again 50 rupee notes you will pick 2 so 2C2 20 rupee notes I have 3 I'll pick any one 120 के लिए तो 3C1 so 1 into 3 it is 3 so 6 plus 5 11 plus 3 14 and no other thing is possible. So favorable outcomes is 14 total outcomes is like 120 hence you get my probability is 14 by 120 or 7 by 60. थोड़ा PNC and probability एक ही क्वेश्चन था मॉडर्न मैथ्स का and this is what it is. ओके तो 2 नोट्स में से 2 नोट्स सिलेक्ट करोगे तो 2C2 सिंपल डेफिनेशन ऑफ NCR सिलेक्शन ऑफ R थिंग्स आउट ऑफ N बस उतना करना है. One question only from modern maths. So even if you're not clear in modern maths, you can skip this. जो लोग modern maths का basics भी पता है, you'll understand this very easily. ये height and distance geometry से एक question था. बाकी most of the questions numbers and algebra. So these are the remaining 8 questions. I hope all of you got an idea about these questions. So if you have missed the first part, please watch the first part also. I have pinned it in the I section. I'll also share the link of the first part. And this completes the total QA part of XAT 2022 paper. So DI part I'll again take in another session. So that is it for this session. Thank you all for watching this video, and if you are new to the channel, do like the video and subscribe to the Aptitude Club channel, and you will see more and more videos regarding these entrance exams related to quantitative aptitude section and LRDI section. And this is a new channel, so if you like the session, do support me by subscribing to the channel. Thank you all once again. Keep studying, keep reading. Bye bye.